Hey, it's Sarah. How are you guys? I hope we're live. Yeah? Okay, wow. So much is happening. Thank you for joining me today. This is going to be the live reading for Cancer August 2022 reading. So, this is a general reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign in Cancer. Yeah. So, of course, this is my take on the energy and the cards, and because of that, it may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. I think I still remember how to do these. It's been a while, but I'm glad we're getting back on track. So, bear with me a minute, and let's get this started. I've got a new setup here. What do you think? Looks okay. I think you can see pretty good. Okay, we're going to look at the general forecast for August. And as always, if you have general questions, if you would wait till the end of the reading, because hopefully I'll answer them as we go along. And if I don't, then feel free to type them in the box and I'll address them when we're done. Also, if you have a specific question, then I suggest you book a personal reading because that's really the only way to get to the root of it. There are a few key dates in August that I want you to be aware of. We begin the month in Leo season, woohoo, with the Lion's Gate opening on August the 8th and rewarding us with a blast of cosmic energy. I'll be doing the Lion's Gate energy activations. They are one of my most popular long distance energy attunements, and you can sign up for my mailing list. It'll be in the description box below. If you want to know more about this or you want to sign up for the activation. They are really popular because the Lion's Gate energy not only brings knowledge and helps our intuitive reasoning powers, it also gives us a big blast of physical energy too. So if you feel like, you need a boost there, it might be something that you're interested in. Okay, let's see what else is going on in August. The full moon on the 11th or 12th, depending on where you are in the world, will be in Aquarius. So the Aquarius Leo energy is interesting. It's going to lend us the Aquarius ability to problem solve and to find answers that are normally without bounds, so to speak. I mean, they're out of bounds. There's something that we normally wouldn't consider or something we normally wouldn't pursue. Aquarius doesn't really like to follow the rules, so they think outside the box, and so therefore our problem-solving ability will suddenly just escalate because things that we never considered before are on the table. So that's a really good energy boost for us. So anything that you've really been working on that doesn't seem to be moving forward, I would say around this moon, give it time and pursue it. And then if something happens, yes, definitely move forward. But if you don't find an answer around the Aquarius moon, then yeah, it's probably not meant to be. It's a great time also for your intuition. It's going to be strong, and if you listen, it will guide you to major breakthroughs and wins. By the mid-month, you're feeling the need to get organized. The parts of your life that feel neglected or out of control can't be ignored anymore, and you know what they are, right? The Virgo energy is great for getting things done, and your mental energy improves really from the 4th on, when Mercury moves into Virgo. You feel more confident in your thinking and reasoning, and it's easier for you to finish up projects and not get bogged down. So this is a great time, like I say, once again, to move forward on things that you've put off or just couldn't seem to address. Let's see. By clearing up these problems too and getting these tasks completed, we clear the way for new opportunities and this new energy to come along. So it may not seem logical that if you do say a house project that needs to be attended to, that suddenly you get a job offer. But that's just the way the energy works. When we have something that's stagnating and stopping the flow, it usually just continues to build. So it may be an issue that has to do with, like I say, your home, let's say. It could be impacting, your mental health. It could be impacting your career. It could be impacting your health. the longer you leave it, the more likely the block is going to grow. So definitely take advantage of this and get those tasks done. On August the 22nd, the sun leaves Leo and moves into Virgo. Some of the lighthearted playfulness leaves, and you could feel a bit drained by mid-month or so. Make time for self-care and pace yourself. At the end of the month, we have a new moon in Virgo. So lots of Virgo energy, obviously, in August. On August the 27th, it's time to slow down and once again get centered, get back on track, because if you've been working steadily all month, then yeah, you need a break. If you don't slow down during this time, it's likely you're going to end up frustrated or drained, because you have to balance that energy. This is a great time for Reiki or any other energy work, and plan for major accomplishments in August for sure, and be ready to jump on those opportunities, but also make sure that there is room for self-care and balance, or else you will end up overdoing it. Okay, so that's a lot going on in August for you, Cancer. It's going to be a good month overall. It's going to be busy, and if you're not careful, like I say, you're going to overdo it. But there is a possibility of you making quantum leaps and definitely getting those sections of your life that are out of control back in balance. So this could be huge. This could be huge for you, not just in the month of August, but for the rest of the year. So yeah, it's going to be a good month. All right, let me take a sip of tea, and then we're going to do some cards. Okay, excuse me. Sorry, didn't mean to be slurping the coffee there. Okay. So we're going to start with the general energy that you're bringing forward from July into August. And once again, this is for Cancer native, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, cards are falling. Let's just do that. Okay. Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So yeah, I think that's pretty fair. You start the month with the realization that things aren't as balanced as they should be, that you are working quite a bit, that you are worrying quite a bit about some personal issues, and there's also an issue with your health that kind of has you up at night losing sleep. So all of this is the energy that comes forward. But with this mindset of meditation and yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a live reading, you can tell, and you contemplating the future, I think that you're no longer ignoring these issues. I think that you're looking at the bigger picture and realizing that you have to make some changes. So this is a great way to start the month, by acknowledging the problems and stepping up and working on a plan to move forward. So yeah, this is a good way to start the month, because with this Aquarius energy too coming up with the moon, I think you're going to find some answers that maybe have escaped you before. So let's look at your biggest obstacle for the month. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Yeah, change is difficult, even when we want it, even when we pray for it, even when we beg the universe to help us change. It is still uncomfortable, and it can be an obstacle. Even though we know we need to make these changes, maybe you need to, move house, maybe you need to find a different career or job, or maybe a relationship needs to end, or maybe you just need to get clear on your health. We don't really want to embrace these changes. So that is going to be an obstacle. But guess what? These are going to be positive changes. They're going to require work and commitment, yes, but there are going to be positive changes, so you can do this. So as obstacles go, this is one where you're probably going to be standing in your own way as opposed to outside obstacles. So this is within your control, and because of that, it's not going to be that difficult if you just resolve yourself to making these changes. And I know, easy to say and not always so easy to do. So let's look at your assets for the month. What's your biggest asset or tool? Okay. Communication is key. And yeah, I think that's right on the money. You do have people that care about you. You do have a good support system, your friends, family. Ask for help. Ask for direction. Ask them their opinion and talk things through. And you'll find that, yeah, you do have a good support system. You do have people you can count on and rely on, and people that love you and care about you and will help you as you go through these changes. So don't rely just on common sense or the ability to kind of just make your own way. And cancer gets a bad rap for being, some people call it the crybaby of the zodiac, which is really wrong, really, really wrong. Cancer is a really strong sign. I mean, yes, you do feel your emotions, and your emotions do impact you heavily. And you lead with your heart. That's very true. But you're tough as nails when it counts, and you're able to make the hard decisions and to power through things. So unfortunately, you end up doing a lot of stuff on your own and not depending on other people or not asking for help. So I think this is going to be a big asset this month. You asking for help, you talking things through, you getting other people's opinions, advice, and that's going to make the situation a lot easier. Okay, so let's look at your home life. I know a lot of Cancers are moving right now or changing jobs. There's a lot of upheaval with Cancer natives right now. And it's all changes that need to happen. It's just uncomfortable at the time. Okay, your home life. Luck is on your side, new moon in Sag. Okay, so the changes are happening. Whether we want them to happen or not, they're happening. But luck is on your side. Things are going the right way. They're going in your favor. So even though this is an uncomfortable change at home, or maybe you have made your mind up that you're about to, maybe August, September, October, make some changes, I would say that things are going to probably fall into place quite easily, which is in itself a nice change, isn't it? To stop having to fight against the current. I think that, yeah, things are settling down in your relationships. You finally said no to the people that shouldn't be in your life and said yes to the people that should. So things are flowing much better at home. Speaking of that, let's look at your romantic sector. For August, let's look at, whoop, okay, we got that one. For single Cancer natives, we already have one card. Let's draw another one. Okay. So we have fiery climax and don't let pride get in your way. Aries and Leo. So we have two fire cards. So, Cancer is a water sign that, like I say, is pretty much heart driven. And pardon me, there's a lot of noise going on outside. But yeah, I think that doesn't mean that you don't get mad or that you don't feel angry over the way you've been treated or the way people are currently treating you. So if you're single and you have been spending time with someone who has not been respecting you, who has not been treating you like you should be treated, I think that this is the month that you finally shut that door, that you finally cut those cords and you finally end that relationship. And yeah, I think once you do, you need a little bit of time to heal. And then after that, I think you're going to meet someone really nice. But you have to stand your ground or else this person will keep coming back. And I think they've been coming back. I think you've shut the door and they've come back since maybe even the beginning of the year. And promised that they were going to be better, promised they were going to be nicer, promised that they were going to get their own trauma and drama under control. And in reality, they didn't. So it's time to end that. And then once you do, like I say, take some time to do some personal healing. And then you make way for a new, better relationship to come in. So let's look at committed or partnered Cancer natives. conclusions are within reach, and a time for healing. Okay, so I think your relationship has been kind of up and down the last year, maybe the last couple of years, and you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Cancer has had some good breaks during this last 2 years of craziness, and you've also had some trials and tribulations. And like I say, you're by no means not the only one. This has been a really tough time for a lot of people. But you've held it together and you've kept the relationship going, and you have talked it through. You've talked to your partner and you've tried to really get on the same page and be honest about where you see the relationship going. And I think in August that things are going to finally settle down, and both of you are pulling now in the same direction. So the relationship will get easier and you can focus on other areas of your life. And that's a major issue too. You've put so much time and energy in this relationship that you've kind of let your career slide a little bit, and you've let your self-care slide, because this has been your focus the last couple of months. This is by no means all Cancer natives. This is just some. But this is a trend that I'm seeing also with my clients, where you've had to make some tough decisions, but most Cancer natives have decided to stay in the relationship, and I think now things will calm down. So with that, you have the ability, like I say, to work on the other parts of your life. So the time for healing, probably still this month, but September or late August, September, we see you being able then to, like I say, shift your focus, go back to your career, go back to self-care like you should. So yeah, big change, big positive change. Okay, let's look at your wealth sector. Oh, I got two cards. We'll just do them. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum and you are good enough. Okay. Cancer, you may struggle with feeling deserving of some of the rewards that are offered to you, whether that is bonuses or whether that is a good paying job. You may feel like you are not worthy of the success that you have generated in the past. I think that's changing, and you're understanding now that you are worthy, you are deserving of financial security, financial success. So you're more likely in August to come to terms with that and then accept that bonus or accept that new position that maybe pays even more. The energy is gaining momentum. If you are unemployed, I'd say there is a good chance that something comes along after probably the 22nd of August. It may not be the job that you really want, but it's something where you can maybe work as a temp or work and get your foot in the door, a place where you will be offered a job later. The economy continues to go up and down for the rest of the year, so it's one of those things. I mean, yeah, it's a time of uncertainty, and you have probably thought about doing something completely different. You know, let's say your degree is in marketing and you're thinking about, driving a truck or something like that, or vice versa. And that's normal. I think most people are going through that, trying to not be afraid of the economy, but also trying to think proactively, what can you do to keep money coming in? So I think we're going to see you get a little bit clearer on what you need to function and where you want to go with your career, so that you will no longer end up doing that. You won't, take jobs that don't really lead you where you need to go. Things are definitely changing for you financially. So stick to it, set a budget, stick to it. But I think, the money will start coming in probably in September. So it's been much worse. It's been much worse. Okay. So overall, I think your money sector is healing. Okay. Let's look at where you're likely to be at the end of the month if you continue on the path that you're currently on. Because see, that's the thing with the tarot. This is a heads up. And if you're not happy with the way that things are going, you have plenty of time to change it, to change the path. So let's see where you're likely to be. Your dreams need a practical plan, Taurus full moon. Okay. So, yeah, I agree with this. I think that's probably pretty accurate. You have the possibility of solving some problems and moving forward in a lot of sectors in your life this month, but you need a plan. You need an idea of, okay, if this one big project that's stopping you from being happy and moving forward is now resolved, what are you going to do? Where do you go from here? Are you going to move? Are you going to buy property? Are you going to retire? What are you going to do? So you need a plan, and you probably need a plan A and a plan B, because things are going to change rapidly for you. As I said, this is a month of a lot of changes, but they're positive. But without a plan, sometimes we can, end up lost or even stuck. The downside to all this Virgo energy is sometimes we get bogged down in researching things or overthinking things, and it leaves us where we can't act in time. So if you have an idea of, like, let's say the job that you really want, something happens during the course of the month and it's offered to you, but you need to make a decision quickly, then you need to be able to respond quickly, because you know what's moving you closer to that ideal job and what is moving you further away. So yeah, set a plan, and maybe a plan A and plan B, as I said, and then I think that will help you also feel much more grounded in the month and for the rest of the year too. So lots of things happening, lots of positive things happening, yeah, for you. The summer has been really interesting for Cancer. It hasn't been all bad, but it hasn't been easy either. So okay, let's take this other deck here and draw the best card for you to work with. Okay. Okay, this is a interesting deck here, so let's see. Lepidolite. I had some on the table just a minute ago. Or lepidolite, or it's pronounced different ways. It's a wonderful stone for calming anxiety or calming just general worry or frustration. If your mind is racing, or if you're stuck on one particular problem and you can't really figure out a solution, it's a great stone to work with. You can meditate with it, you can hold it or carry it, of course. It's something that you rarely find tumbled because it is very delicate, but they do make jewelry with it, and yeah, and I do have a tumbled piece here. Hold on just a second and I'll go get it, if I can do this without knocking the camera over. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I knew exactly where it was, so you can see. Really pretty, huh? And this is a tumbled piece, which, like I say, you don't find very often. It's a beautiful lavender color. So if you don't have this in your crystal collection, I would suggest that you go and buy a piece or find some jewelry, and it will help you stay focused, stay centered, and also stop with the negativity or the negative thoughts as well, or anxiety around a certain issue. Very good stone to own. And crystal healers work with it a lot. Actually, this is a stone I use in healing. So that was the reading for August for Cancer natives. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to take a drink of tea while we go through them. As you can see, I'm not home, so bear with me here. Okay, I'm going to take it that answered everyone's questions. I will be continuing the weekly readings. I've gotten some good feedback on that. So I'll continue those for sure into August. Probably, I don't know if I'll do them for the rest of the year, but for the month of August for sure. And hopefully I have a video in the works for the Lion's Gate to give you guys some more ideas about what you can do to harness that energy and yeah, it's a powerful time, and that will be on August the 8th. Also, let's see what else is going on. There'll be a sale, sneak peek here, there'll be a sale at the store because August is my birthday, so I put stuff on sale. So if there's something that you've been looking at or something, just, yeah, you want to get on the mailing list so you'll get that code so you can save. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in and being here with me. I'm a little bit rusty, so this wasn't my best, but I think, I think we hit the bases and we covered everything that you needed to know. I'm doing a live in 2 days for Leo, and in the meantime, I'm editing Gemini and Libra. So we are taking a vote on this channel as to which ones I'll do next. So if you haven't already, be sure and vote. And I'll do perhaps a live next week. We'll just see. Thank you guys so much for joining me, for liking, subscribing, and being part of the Serenity community. I really appreciate it. It is always interesting to talk to you guys and hang out. And yeah. So definitely join me on the next live and let me know how you liked this video. Be sure and vote on which one I should do next, and I will speak to you soon. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.